Hello everybody and welcome to Options Paycheck Live. Today I will be planning option trades for Monday's market open with a focus on generating steady income through selling puts and calls. If you are new to the channel, I focus on practical option strategies to build reliable second income. Please like this video if you find it helpful and subscribe to the channel to see my trades. Today, I will cover last week's results. I will pick stocks for the next week to maximize profit, and I will also perform orders and document them in Google Sheet. To check the last week's results, I go to my logbook, and the last week trades are here. I already prepared this week's trades, but let's focus on the last week trades. So most of the trades remained or expired out of money. So I can actually update the sheet. So all these were expired. This expired as well. So Cleveland Cliffs, GameStop, RIVN, they expired out of money. For NVDA, actually these were executed, and the reason why I decided to execute them, because to roll the options, it started to be the premium started to be very low, and I didn't want to go for a low premium. I will explain more when I will be discussing the trades for upcoming week. And so the trades were executed. I sold the shares for price $102 and another 100 shares for $115. I don't have any profit, but I don't have any loss, so I was just getting a premium from those options, and now I have cash to sell additional puts. And for Tesla, what I did, I rolled the option because the price, and I will show it here, the price was actually going quite up on Friday. And somewhere here, I decided to roll the option to get a higher premium for the next week. It was before the price started to drop and pull back a little. So I have nice premium, and let's see how next week will evolve. And potentially, I have actually now strike price here at 360, and so if so there is enough space, enough buffer for me to end out of money for this option. But also, if the price will not be growing so fast and so aggressive, I could actually lower the strike price. I could roll the options down basically for the same end date, and get additional premium next week. But for now, I keep this yellow line here, and you can see the option in my interactive brokers account. The option is here. It's covered call 360 strike price. So last week results, if I look at my profit, I collected $350.92 from all options as a premium, and overall return on investment from my capital would be 23% if extrapolated to the whole year. So this is nice. And so now let's go and plan this week. So first, what I need to do is I want to look at the stocks that I want to trade this week. So where I can get maximum profit from the premium. And I will be focusing on Tesla. I will cover as well RIVN, NVDA, and then Cleveland Cliffs and GameStop. The easy ones are GameStop and Cleveland Cliffs because I own these stocks, and I will be just selling covered calls to maximize profit and still keep the stock, right? So my goal is to get get the premium as much as I can, but still keep the stock. So for Cleveland Cliffs, and I'll open the chart. So for Cleveland Cliffs, after last week's results, the price dropped quite significantly. It seems that there is some level of support somewhere here, potentially uh, even lower level uh, around here around $6. But um, I'm going to sell covered calls, so I will be focusing on the upside. And here, maybe the resistance might be somewhere around here, 850 potentially. Right, maybe first one will be somewhere here, around 8, and then 850. Let's have a look on the premium, what I can get, and I will not complicate this one too much. I have 100 shares, so I can anyway sell only. I can anyway sell only one contract. If I put 20% buffer as I usually do, I would need to go, yeah, roughly to 850. So let's not overcomplicate, and let's sell one contract for 850 for 2 cents, and let me just order it straight away. Cents. Good, still cancel sell order. So maybe it will not even be executed. Let's see. It's planned. And I put here also. I already updated the sheet. All right. So let me just change it to plan. For GameStop, it will be similar. So let's check the chart. I was just checking the comments. If there is anything, I will respond if I see any of. So I just got a message that I was disconnected for a bit. So now I should be connected again. Anyway, we are checking chart for GameStop, and for GameStop, the price is $27. Again, if I calculate 20% buffer, I would go. Hold on, I should have here the calculation. It's not all right. So let me just update. So I just update the Excel sheet, uh, the formulas. So $32.50 would be with 20% buffer. Usually we also check the option charts, right? So this week will be monthlies. So let me check how the option open interest looks like. So I will take a few monthlies to compare the volume, the open interest. So it's not really it's not really huge open interest. You see in June it will be bigger. So then I'll go into the detail and I will check for this week where the strike price is. So there is quite some volume actually on a strike price of $30, and then not so much 35 again, but I don't see this really um, having some meaningful value for us. So let's have a look also where is potentially some resistance, and the resistance seems to be, so there will be some at 28.50 roughly, right? So if I plan for 30 to, okay, I'll need to go to GameStop, check the options, and as said, I will do 30 to 50, sell two contracts, and I will do the price for one, I will put gain 26 cents. Let's see. Right, so maybe again, well, let's see what the price will be on Monday. I'm taking the prices from Friday. Um, the pre-market might change the things quite a lot. You saw it, I think, last or previous week, where I planned the trades, and then actually the real trades were quite different for several stocks. Not for all, but for some of them it was quite different. All right, so I planned the trade for 26 cents. I'll put here 26 and gain. So actually for GameStop, it is quite nice return on investment, right? So again, extrapolated to yearly return, this would be 50% return on the investment with this premium. So that's quite nice. And I have these two planned for Tesla. I have already I rolled already the covered call. I discussed this, right? So I have the contract open, and I already got the premium. Not so much, but for Tesla, and let's go into the details of Tesla. So for Tesla, I believe that there was a break through the resistance that was around 900 sorry $295. So now it seems that there is a breakout and that the price might be growing. So then what is the next resistance actually uh, for for these price levels, right? So next significant one is around somewhere here, right? So 360 is significant one, um, and that's where I keep the strike price for now. But then there might be another one which is some maybe even somewhere here, right? So this is somehow 311 might be the first one, and it actually aligns with um, the with where the price peaked on Friday. So that's maybe soft one, and then let's draw the line again and put here another resistance level, which is somewhere here. So 326. This might be potentially level where I might be lowering the strike price, right? So to get additional premium, right? But for now, I keep it as it is, and so now this is for Tesla. So now what? I planned option trades for GameStop where I have 200 shares. I have already open contract for Tesla where I have 200 or over 200 shares, and I planned Cleveland Cliffs where I have 100 shares. I have 1300 shares for ClearSign Technologies, but the options basically are not tradable there. So my other focus will be on selling puts because right now I have 25,000 or 25 of 693 dollars in cash, and I want to get premium from selling puts. And what are the stocks I'll be looking at? First, let's cover Tesla. I I have been looking at Tesla, but I have only 25,000, right? So I would need to and go for 250. I am not really I would not be so much worried, to be honest, that the stock would be assigned, or I mean, 250 would not be bad price, but I don't think actually it will be dropping to towards 250. And also, if you look at the premium, I would be getting $47. So if I put it somewhere here, I will just create new line. Uh, to document what it would be. So it would be one contract. Um, the strike price would be 250, and what was the price? It would be $47. All right. So it would be 47. Look, it's 8%. It's not really much. My target, or what I like to see, is 30% and above, right? If possible, then really these returns I would like to see. Um, so then my next options or next stocks I've been looking at is RIVN and NVDA, and maybe let's cover first RIVN. I actually have one comment from the user and or from the viewer, and thank you very much for watching and commenting. There was a question on Rivian and what do I think about the next performance, and what will happen in the coming days. Of course, it's difficult to know what will be happening in the next days, but let me share my take. Of course, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purposes, but I am happy to share my perspective on Rivian, and I've been looking to Rivian actually because uh, I think it's quite interesting. Uh, it's quite interesting stock, and also the premiums are sometimes quite nice for Rivian. So the price is for several weeks, the price seems to be growing, right? So there is like maybe three, four-ish, three weeks of growing price during the or after results. The results were actually quite positive. Nevertheless, it's not perfect, right? So there was some share dilution, and also I understood from some analysts covering the stock, who are saying, well, basically there was share dilution, and in addition, uh, well, they were basically suggesting that there was not creative accounting, really, right? It wasn't nothing illegal, but basically the numbers looked better than it was really, um maybe when it comes to selling the product, selling the cars and so on, because they didn't sell so much cars in this quarter, but because of the money they got from Volkswagen, actually they ended up in black numbers. So, nevertheless, what I believe about Rivian and what could be happening in the upcoming weeks, I think the price will be actually moving quite a lot. So long term, I'm quite bullish on Rivian, and I would like to own the stock, but not for the price of, I don't know, around 14, even around 13.50. I would like to get again, at the price of 12.50 or below. And I believe there is reasonable chance the price will be dropping there. Um, and so when I look at Rivian at possible premiums, so I might sell Rivian for 13.50, and here, let me put it here, right? So 13.50, there is potentially some support, and then maybe somewhere here, right? Might be some around 12.30, and then of course here, 10.50, but if not so low, then only be what we see here, 11 11.50 more roughly, right? So those are maybe the zones where we can look for some support. Anyway, some reasonable premium I would be getting for 13.50, and I just think that it's, I I believe it would be quite weak support, and that the price actually will be more volatile and will be going lower, than 13.15. So if it starts dropping, I think this will be really easy to break through. And so for me, $13.50 strike price, 17 cents return. Let me just put it here, right? So if I document what it would look like, so it's 65%, which is quite nice. But again, I I think I would be holding the back because the price would be going lower. So then maybe let's check what it would be for a price of $13. So it's 8 cents only. So let's see how the trade would look like. So it would be 29%, and it would be still above the strike price or the price I'm looking for, right? I would like to see actually $12.50. So I decided that I will not be selling puts for Rivian, and I will focus on NVDA. So let's have a look on the chart of NVIDIA. And sorry, just to finish this thought on Rivian, I will be actually waiting for Rivian to drop more, and then I will come back to this stock. But this week I will probably focus on rather on Nvidia, and so the price now is above 115. I think the price might be quite stable. It's not so volatile as the price or the stock is growing maybe also 3 weeks, yeah, four-ish, five-ish, but 3 weeks straight, maybe consolidating a little. But let's have a look on resistance levels. So there is this support and resistance level. So there is this support actually of $115. Here it worked as a resistance for quite some time, and now after breakout it might be working as a support actually. And then there would be some additional ones somewhere, right? So 105 for sure, and maybe even somewhere here. I'd see this somewhere here, this. And then um I'll remove this line. And so while I was expecting that the price will be dropping, actually somewhere here, right? Actually the price went up, and so break through the resistance level, which now will be working as a or serving as a support. And there are still those gaps that might be closed real quick. So it might happen that actually the price will go down real quick, but then should jump back again. And so for Nvidia, if I take strike price of 115, the premium I will get is 100 or $1.95 per one contract, which means in the end that I would be getting $390 this week and get 88% return on my capital. Of course, it can happen that the price would be dropping a little, and then maybe let's play a scenario what it means, right? So if the price starts to drop a little, um, maybe even to $110, I would need to start. I would be owning the shares, and I would be selling the covered calls. Still, I would may potentially I would be getting $1. Maybe let's check actually what is the difference between for 121 strike price. What is the difference for selling covered calls between this week and next week? So $1 this week, next week. Um, sorry, what was this? 121. 121 strike price. So let's have it look. Yeah. So for next week, it's $2. So basically, yeah, let's assume the strike price for being like $1 or sorry, $5 from 115 would be around $1. So then I would be getting um, probably 40%, right? Um, 45%. So in this case, even though if I end up somewhere here, and then the price would be consolidating, I would still be getting quite nice premium for 115, and the risk that the price will be dropping even less, and then I would be getting only small premiums, or yeah, I would be getting only small premiums for extended period of time, is probably less than for RIVN. On so therefore, I decided that I will actually go for NVDA for strike price of 115. Um, Maybe what I can check is also check 114 if if it's something if it's something to consider. Depends on the premium. So the premium would be 159. 72%, and would be getting what, 70, approximately $70 less. Um, yeah, I don't know. I better get more or higher premium now than having less premium and then maybe having a little bit better purchase price. So yeah, no, I'll go for 115. So let me just do the order, and I will be selling two options. Order 0.25. Good till cancel. Sell order accept. All right. So order done. So let me just clean up the sheet. So this one, actually this line I can delete. It's not happening. This one is planned. Rivian, as I was saying, is not happening. So let me delete the lines, and I hope I will be able to put them or plan them in the upcoming weeks. And for Tesla, it is all right. So it is already open. Good. So then I can delete also this line. Need it anymore. So the trades have been planned. The premium I should be getting is, let's calculate, is $526. Maybe 526. I have it here. So return on investment or invested capital would be 35% per year in this rate. So that's very nice. Overall, I'm doing it for 7 weeks already, and I after 7 weeks I have earned $2,600, or I would earn, right? So let's see actually how this will be executed. But if exactly as planned, then in 7 weeks, I'll be getting $2,645. All right. So this was for today. This was the planning. And I think it's time to wrap up. Let me check if there are any comments. No comments right now. So again, thank you everyone for joining today's Option Paycheck Live. As you could see, I planned the trades for Monday. I planned Tesla, NVDA, Cleveland Cliffs, and GameStop. Um, Covered calls for Tesla, Cleveland Cliffs, and GameStop, and I planned cash covered puts for NVIDIA. Overall premium, I'm targeting $526, and we will see how the trades will be executed on Monday. I'll be back on Monday to review the execution of my orders. And of course, the latest, I will be back on Sunday for another live trade planning session. And we will plan next week's trades on Sunday. If you found this session helpful, please like and subscribe to stay updated. And let's continue building a reliable second income through options trading together.